Hi, I'm Divine Harmony. I'm an astrologer and a writer, and I've been studying astrology for 16 years. It's definitely one of my passions. The lens through which I view astrology is depth psychological and spiritual. Today I want to talk to you about the nodes. In astrology, there's the North Node and the South Node. The North Node has to do with evolution, growth, our destiny. It's actually a place where we haven't mastered yet, and it's what we're moving towards. And there's an energy around it that's kind of difficult. It's essentially where you get pushed out of the nest and you learn to fly. The South Node has to do with our karma and our past. We have gifts in the South Node, things that we've already mastered, but we also can tend to over-rely on the South Node and even stay stuck in it. Wherever the nodes are in your chart shows where your growth is, what you came in with, and what you're trying to find balance with, where your evolution lies. This coming August, the nodes will change signs. On August 29th, the North Node will move into Scorpio, and the South Node will move into Taurus. Whenever the nodes change signs, they shift the focus of where our evolution and our growth is and where the karma is that needs to be dealt with and released. The nodes stay in signs approximately 18 to 19 months, and whatever sign the nodes are in is usually what sign the eclipses are happening in, because the eclipses are aligned with the nodal axis. With the North Node moving into Scorpio, our growth and our evolution is very much tied up with transformation, death and rebirth experiences, symbolically speaking, and a releasing of the past. One of the images for Scorpio is the snake shedding its skin, and so it's like a letting go of that which no longer serves us. Another symbol for Scorpio is the phoenix, that mythical bird that rises out of the ashes, empowered. Yet, I always tell my clients and friends, before that bird can rise out of the ashes, something needs to have been lit on fire. And that's what happens with Scorpio. There's this alchemical fire that happens, and the rock turns into a diamond through this very intense process. With the North Node in Scorpio, our opportunities for profound transformation and change are at their highest. Now with the South Node, which has to do with karma and the past, in Taurus, what we need to be aware of and release are our attachments to material things, to the need for financial security that overtakes us and actually holds us back from the transformation we seek. Taurus has a lot of gifts, but the South Node tends to highlight the shadow side of it, so the tendency to be greedy or to be gluttonous or to be overly focused on the material and the physical world can actually hold us back from the change and the evolution we seek. For everyone, the nodes changing are going to impact different parts of the chart. For Scorpio and Taurus, the huge shift has to do with relationships and the balance of self and other. For Libra and Aries, this will be happening in the 2nd and 8th houses, and this has to do with money and security and change and transformation and how to hold the tension between the opposites and root down and feel secure but know when and what to let go of so that we can evolve and change. For Virgo and Pisces, the nodes are moving into the 3rd and 9th house. The 3rd house is the house of the lower mind, and the 9th house is the house of the higher mind. And this is all about finding a balance between the practical, logical, linear, and the spiritual awareness and intuition that wants to come in and broaden our view. For Leo and Aquarius, this is playing out in the 4th and the 10th houses. This is the house of home and family, and the house of career and life purpose. This is about finding a balance between what we do in the world and how we take care of ourselves at home and how we connect with our family and feel rooted. For Cancer and Capricorn, this will be playing out in the 5th and the 11th houses. The 5th house is the house of one's own sense of self and their creative energy. The 11th house is how we connect to community. This is finding a balance between going it alone and focusing on one's own journey and how to connect with others and collaborate. And last but not least, for Gemini and Sagittarius, this will be playing out in the 6th and 12th houses. And this brings in a need to find balance between the physical and the material and attendance to the details, and the spiritual and the mystical and an awareness of the bigger picture. As you can see, the movement of the nodes into Scorpio and Taurus shows where the shift is for our path of evolution and growth. And if we can tune into where this North Node is for us individually, we can really align with where we're headed and navigate the journey ahead. Yours in the stars.